Hello, everybody, and welcome to day two of our summer of self love. This is me, Di Savoy, your goddess activation guide and coach and healer, here to help you make your summer the best summer of self love that you have seen. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, as I said, this is day two of the program. If you missed day one, that's okay. You can just go onto any of my social media and see what we were doing for the first day. Um, and in the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to download what we're working on as far as self care goes for the month. So here we go. Um, And I just want to start out by saying that, our world that we live in glorifies busyness so much that when we decide to choose rest for ourselves, that becomes almost a radical act of self love, right? But your body is wise. She speaks to you through fatigue, tension, and longing. And when you listen, you honor not just your body, but your soul. And today I invite you to gently hold this affirmation with me. I hold my body's need for rest and replenishment. I honor my body's need for rest and replenishment. I honor my body's need for rest and replenishment. And we all have the need for rest and replenishment, even if we don't think so. Even if we think of ourselves as that strong person who's always the one that other people come to, we too need time to rest, to relax, to restore, and to replenish. Okay? So let that just be a soft reminder to you that you are allowed to slow down. You are allowed to receive, and you are allowed to renew yourself when you need to. Okay? So now let's turn to our question, sister, in our cauldron, which are questions we want to ask ourselves and reflect on, or maybe journal or have some other kind of response to as we go through this process. Okay, so the questions to stir in your cauldron are: what signs does my body give me when she needs to rest? And do I listen? So it's not just important to be able to discern when your body is tired, when you need replenishment, when you need rest, but also to honor that and not just push through it and with all the things that you think you need to get done. Okay, you have to honor that signal from your body. Okay, number two, explore how fatigue, tension, or disconnection show up in your body. Where in your body do you feel these things? And what happens when you honor those signals? When you take that rest, when you acknowledge that tension and do something to relieve it, when you're feeling disconnected and you take that moment to center yourself again, how do you feel? And then what happens if you ignore it? How do you feel after that? Okay. And finally, what beliefs or stories have kept me from resting in the past? Consider where you have felt pressure to push through or to prove yourself. What would it mean to release those stories? What does true replenishment look and feel like for you? Is it sleep? Is it stillness? Is it getting out in nature? Is it creativity? Is it connection? Name one way you can offer that to yourself today. And that's what we're worried about during this program is what can you do on this day Not any other day, not tomorrow, not the sum total of the month, but what can you do today to honor yourself? Okay. And so now, the other thing that I want to offer to you is that we have also a booklet on our month of self care. And self love and self care are not exactly the same thing. We like to think they are, but they're not. Because you can only care for yourself as deeply as you love yourself. Okay. You can only care for anyone else as deeply as you love yourself. Because if you don't really hold love for yourself in your heart and in your energy, then you're not truly uh, giving love to yourself. You're not. It's not an authentic representation of the love that you have, the love that you're feeling. And it's tempered by all kinds of things like fear, or self-doubt, or feeling small, or playing it small, or listening to the voices of other people. When you truly come to love yourself, you release the hold that those things have on you to truly just love yourself the way you are, whether you're old or young, fat or skinny, whatever, right? You come to truly love who you are. And so when we explore that love of ourselves and we expand that love of ourselves, this is when we can truly show true and honest care for ourselves, for others, for our life, for our planet, for the ancestors, for anything that we try to do. If we don't have that honest and authentic love, we're not truly able to care for ourselves in the authentic ways that we should. So if you're ready to deepen these practices, okay, I want you to download my Summer of Self-Care Challenge. And it is the companion to our self-love work, as I was saying. And I just realized I never put the link the into the chat. So let me do that now. Let me I gotta find you. I think this is it. Give me 1 second. Nope, that's not it. That's not it at all. I had a little difficulty wrangling this piece together. Aha, I have found it. So let me share the link now. And I think many of you will be able to see it, but some people won't, and that's unfortunate. So I'm going to see if I can I put it in the wrong place. I'm going to put it in the chat, right? Okay. And now I'm going to try to show it on the screen. So there we go. That's our self-care challenge. And for today, yesterday was something so very simple, and it was to drink an herbal tea mindfully, meaning that you're aware of where you are, that you are only focusing on the now, and that you are not allowing things like worry, anger, um, fear, anything else, those heavy emotions that we can really live without most of the time, having none of that rise and just enjoying, taking some time to enjoy the sensation of drinking this beautiful warm liquid, even if it's like where I am right now, it is boiling hot. It can still be such a soothing thing to have an herbal tea served warm. Okay, and now for today, our um, our practice is to do a womb centered breath, and that's another reason why I really wanted to come on and show you and speak to you today, because a lot of people I think are saying, "Well, what the heck is a womb centered breath?" And so we're just going to really focus on breathing into the room, that feeling that our breath, when we breathe in, it can go beyond our lungs, further down into our body, or any place in our body where we need healing or relief or absence of tension or anxiety or stress. So it really is a matter of visualizing, even more so than what's actually taking place in our body. And so we know a lot of times when we inhale, we tend to pull in the belly. And what we want to do is when we inhale, we want to push out the belly. And this is if you've ever seen like babies or puppies breathe, this is the way they breathe. As adults, I don't know why we get to do the opposite, but when they inhale, everything comes into the belly, and when they exhale, everything is pushed out. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do three little breaths together, and then you can do that breath on your own and maybe in a little different way. So let's breathe in and feel our stomach go out. And exhale, feel your stomach come back in towards your ribs. Breathe in, feel your stomach expand, and breathe out and feel it contract. And breathe in one more time and breathe out. And all of that is giving air and healing to that womb area. So now we can also do the same kind of breath doing what's called a box breath, meaning that we're going to have four parts to our breath and hold each part for 4 seconds. So we're going to inhale for four, we're going to hold for four, we're going to exhale for four, and then we're going to hold it again for four. Okay. Now, only do this if you feel comfortable doing it. Okay. So here we go. Let's try it again. Let's breathe in for four. Let's hold it for four. Let's exhale for four. Let's hold for four. One more time. Let's breathe in for four. Let's hold it for four. Let's exhale for four. Hold for four. Beautiful. Okay. So, thank you so much for joining me here today for our second day of the Summer of Self Love. I'm glad you like my hair. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Same goddess time, same goddess channel. Tomorrow. Bye bye.